Imagine the world if the Constitution was never created. Where would the United States be if there was not a system of basic laws and principles that define the rights of American citizens and set limits on what the government can and cannot do? I don't know about you, but I'd rather not think about the treacherous place that we would be forced to endure, and rather focus on the vital components of the Constitution that indirectly affect the life of you and I. Dating back to the year 1787, the Constitution was signed by delegates at the Constitutional Convention in Philadelphia. The influential piece of writing was created because the Articles of Confederation were weak and the states were operating like independent countries. The goal of the delegates was to devise a plan for a stronger federal government with three branches: executive, legislative, and judicial, along with a system of checks and balances to ensure that no single branch would have too much power. The Bill of Rights, which are 10 amendments guaranteeing basic individual protections such as freedom of speech and religion, became part of the Constitution in 1791. To date, there have been a total of 27 constitutional amendments. You may wonder how an amendment that has been and could be created is added to the Constitution. Luckily for you, it is a basic formal method. The Constitution provides that an amendment may be proposed either by Congress with a 2/3 majority vote in both the House of Representatives and the Senate, or by a constitutional convention called for by 2/3 of the state legislatures. Over the years, the meaning of the Constitution has been changed. A formal method is judicial interpretation. As a framework for government, the wording of the Constitution can be vague and requires clarification. This clarification can be performed by court decisions. In effect, the Supreme Court can be a constitutional convention in continuous session. For example, when the Supreme Court struck down school segregation in the Brown v. Board case, it was clarifying the meaning of the 14th Amendment's Equal Protection Clause. Although the wording of the 14th Amendment itself did not change with this court decision, the meaning of the amendment changed. Another formal method is congressional elaboration. Again, the Constitution is broadly worded and needs filling in from time to time. Congress can accomplish this by simply passing laws. For example, the Judiciary Act of 1789 laid the foundation of our federal court system. Although the wording of the Constitution did not change with passage of this law, the creation of lower courts to supplement the Supreme Court changed the meaning of the Constitution. Surely, informal methods are used more often than the formal amendment process simply because of practicalities. The supermajorities that are required to propose and ratify an amendment are difficult to muster. This is demonstrated by the fact that the Constitution has been formally amended only 27 times in more than 200 years. Informal methods such as court decision and legislation do not require supermajorities, and are therefore far easier to accomplish. Although the facts of the Constitution are a vital part of American history, it is quite easy to forget basic ideas. Think about the Constitution as a method that is implemented on your parents as a way to go out on a Saturday evening. In order for your idea to be added onto your plans, you must receive the majority yes from your parents. Likewise, in order for an amendment to be added to the Constitution, it must receive majority votes in both houses. Now let's just say you have bad grades. Instead of going the more difficult route by bringing your grades up, which you say has only occurred 2.7 times, you decide to sway your parents using an easier method by bringing up good qualities of yourself. Similarly, informal methods like court decisions are more accessible than ratifying an amendment. Therefore, informal methods will be used more than the formal bringing up your grade process, since it is easier to accomplish your goal of going out.